Alright, so we're going to Dubai as you saw in the previous video. And of course there's a lot of things to do and the typical things to do like the Burj Khalifa, the Dubai frame, and a lot of other things that most people do like the Dubai harbor and whatnot. But I asked on my Facebook page, I asked people what they recommend to do. Here's the stuff that they recommended, plus the prices, and maybe whether or not I'm gonna do it or not. Sometimes some of the items were too expensive, and some of the items were a little too scary or out there for us, but there's a lot we're gonna consider. Stay tuned. Alright, first and foremost is skydiving. Skydiving over the palms and the desert. This is pretty awesome. This is actually Skydive Dubai's webpage here. And as you can see, they make it look very enticing. And I don't know personally if I could ever do this, but it's definitely worth it if you're into it. It's just stunning. It's amazing, and what better place to do it in? I mean, I don't know if every single time people skydive, if it's this good. I would probably never find out either. Yeah, and to be honest, I honestly don't think I would ever skydive. But look at how much fun they're having. And I can't believe the visuals. It's just stunning. Skydive Dubai. Anyway, I did get some interest in this gyrocopter flight. It looked cool and maybe possibly safer, but probably not. Um, but anyway, a lot of things won't let me like go far in advance, I'm noticing, and I think they kind of let the windows for booking kind of short. And in the summer months, a lot of things are closed. So a lot of Dubai actually opens up from October to April because it's so hot outside. But anyway, I just did a mock booking for the gyrocopter flight as far away as I could, and I think it was sometime in June or July. And I'm just pricing it for one person. And roughly that's the price. So it's pretty pricey. Let me go ahead and convert that. So 1,999 dirhams. I put 19,000. Let's take that off. So about $545 for the gyrocopter flight. So let's see the tandem over the palm, because I would probably want to do it over the palm. The desert's beautiful, but that's very representational of Dubai, the palm, and it looks like it's from outer space at that high. So again, I can't go far out as I would like to actually get the honest pricing for the time I'm going to be there. But let's go ahead and see what we can get here. So let's try here September 15th, early in the morning. One person. It might be better to do it late in the day. Anyway, I don't know. But okay, so it's a little bit more here. So let's see here, 2,399. So about $655 or $54. I did also find that there is a weight limit and a BMI limit for men and women, and I sadly do not reach that anyway. So anyway, I can't do that. But next on the list, people actually recommended camel rides and camel rides through the desert, caravans, or whatever you would call that, safari maybe. But I stumbled on this website, Dubai Travel Planner, and I think it's definitely Dubai run website or just by fans of Dubai. But they have a lot of links and things you can do. Basically, like, camel rides are like a quintessential kind of Dubai excursion. And the cheapest ones, you can do short ones on the popular beaches of Dubai for only about 14 bucks. They're not going to be like treks or anything, but it's going to be, so you can get that shot of yourself on a camel. And look at the background of the harbor there in Dubai. But the actual desert safari for the camels, there's a couple of options and vendors and tour groups and places where you can book excursions, all third party kind of stuff. But they recommend this one here, Platinum Heritage. And I have seen Platinum Heritage on other YouTubers' page about this kind of trek, and it looked legit and probably one of the best out there. So that's the one I'm going to kind of click and kind of see about. My internet was loading. And look at that stunning photo there. Like, what perfect timing. I don't know. Maybe it was editing. But basically, it looks like it's a very long day. So it's afternoon in the winter months, well, and the summer months, but it's about 2:30 to 9:30 p.m. This is all the stuff you get. Different things, of course. You get a dinner, the trek on the camel. Here's their actual video. So let's watch this. They did a great job at marketing too on their website. I know that you can choose, it's an hour or a 90-minute trek, I believe, either by camel, by the Land Rovers there, or even by air-conditioned vehicle, you pick. But the camel is the cheapest way in, I will tell you that. And then you get dropped off in a Bedouin village, which is a local desert dweller, basically, of the area. There's a lot more to that, but that's the gist. And you get a 4-course meal, of course. There's also snacks and drinks, and you get welcomed by coffee. There's a falconry show. They rehabilitate falcons there. As you come in, you're greeted with the coffee and dates, and by people making local bread. You get to sample it. Oh, buffering. But it's pretty immersive experience and a good way to kind of get the culture of old Dubai, or Dubai back in the day. So as you can see, the price here is about $190 per person for the camel journey. It is a little bit more for the other vehicles, like I said, and this one does allow you to book in the winter, which is nice. So you can go ahead and book your tickets, and the price does not jump or anything, which is very nice and honest. I like that. There's no like premium for the time of year. It can get cooler in the desert. When I read the frequently asked questions, at any night really, but mainly in the winter nights. So they recommend bringing a jacket and wearing like long pants. They will pick you up at hotels, like they would pick us up at our hotel. They don't really do private residence or Airbnbs. You can book a private car at that point and do that way to get in. Camels can carry up to 900 pounds, by the way, too. But they do have meeting points throughout town that you can walk to or get to, and they can pick you up there and they return you there, either to your hotel or where they picked you up. Here's an example of their menu. And for the 4-course meal, this is the summer menu, so it may change. They do have camel on the menu, FYI. Anyway. Coming up next was Skyview. Skyview's Dubai. It's basically right across from the Burj Khalifa. They do have openings, but again, you can't book past August, so I'm wondering if the prices will change or there's a different thing going on. But basically, they have a couple of immersive things you can do up top, including the view, of course. You can eat up there. You can go down a glass slide. You can even lean off the building or do something kind of, a little too much from what I would do. But you basically get tickets to go up there and to take photos, basically. See, there's the Sky Edge Walk. That's not me. I don't even think I would do the slide, to be honest. I would watch people do it. But it's amazing views. I'm definitely going to look into this and see why I can't book now. Maybe there's different rates in the winter, and maybe that's why they update the pricing. But the food looks genuine, looks pretty good, and you can't beat the view. Here's a glimpse of what the structure looks like. You may have seen this on Instagram and different people's page, but this is how the building actually looks that you would be in. There's a hotel there, and there's a lot of other stuff, but it's pretty cool looking place. Anyway, that's something else I'm gonna think about. I'm not a big fan of heights, but I don't mind being in the building. But I like to be on solid ground, not glass. Uh, Glass is technically a liquid solid state, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just something I'm not too fond of doing or really into. Anyway, next is someone recommended going to Hatta, I think is how you say it, reservoir and kayaking. I did look into this. The only option is, or the only problem really, is it is about an hour and 30 minutes away by car. And we would have to rent a car or get, passage there. It looks stunning though and beautiful to have this, you know, pristine fresh water in the middle of the desert. A lot of people look like they do this. You can rent them. They're pretty inexpensive, about 60 dirhams. I can't remember the name of the currency. I'm going to learn it. 60 dirhams per all day. The only issue is you can even rent these donut boats and pedalo boats as well. The only issue is, of course, like everything else that you got to get into a ride, there is a weight limit. They are only open, or they're open in the summer too, including the winters. A lot of places aren't open in the summer that involve outdoors. The weight limit is not it's not friendly for me, basically. Maybe a lot of you can do it, but yeah, I it's 111 or 110 kilos, I should say kilograms, and I had to convert that because I didn't know. But it roughly translates. Let me go ahead and convert that on actually live. 200, I want to say 220 maybe. Excuse my slow typing. Oh, I was off. 242. So I even though there's more room there, I can't do that, or I can't rent those. I'm sure there's different outfitters and companies that maybe have larger kayaks. All right, this is the Dubai Miracle Garden. This was also suggested on my Facebook page. This looks very interesting to me and very doable, of course, because you're on the ground and it's not far away. It's right in town. It's pretty neat. I guess if anyone's been to like flower festivals or like Epcot Flower Festival, it's kind of similar to that, but really on a massive scale. They just have a lot of flowers. I read somewhere over 550 million different flowers when it's actually open. It is closed right now, or it closes June 4th for until October. Because of the intense heat, I'm pretty sure these flowers wouldn't last long, and it's probably outdoors mainly, and it's going to be oppressive heat. It can get up to 130 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer in Dubai outdoors. So a lot of things are made to be inside, and you'll see that later on. But it looks like a fun thing to do. They have parades, shows, lots of different places to eat, and things to explore. Pretty cool things, including that big Emirates jet that you did see earlier. That is, I believe, life size, and it's covered in flowers. Um, they, I don't know, like I'm pretty interested in this. The pricing seemed pretty cheap. I had to kind of do some research on this because, of course, it is closed right now, so I couldn't actually book, or it's not closed yet, but it's about to close actually. I couldn't book tickets or mock book anything to see the current pricing. Um, they have different restaurants and dining venues, snack venues. Ooh, look at those ice cream cones. Ice cream in Dubai. I'm gonna be one of those people one day that can say they did that. But of course, it's outdoor. Even in the cooler months, it can get hot in the day, or not too bad. I don't think. I think I'm gonna like it. So I tried to do a mock booking here, as you can see, and I couldn't go past June because I realized that they're closed June 4th. So maybe they're not selling tickets anymore online, and you had to show up. But it looks like it's 60 dirhams or AEDs, and that's roughly, it's about 15 bucks to get in, which isn't bad. I don't think at all. Um, and here I am still playing with that. I should have probably edited this out, of course. So then I realized, hold on, what's going on? This is when I realized that a lot of Dubai outdoors is kind of closed from April to October, basically through the heat of the summer. But see here, it says it'll remain open until June 4th, Sunday. So that's as I'm making this, that is literally tomorrow they close. Uh, and it's because it gets so hot, and it does open. It says from October to April. So the winter months are optimal for these flowers to thrive, and the customers or people going to visit to have a great time. But it's something that I think we're definitely going to be able to hit up, and it's a great recommendation. It's wallet friendly, and you get outdoors, walk around. The grounds look amazing. There's going to be snacks and of course everything you need there. Anyway, this is something that I am adding to the list for sure. I I think it's going to be definitely a very Instagrammable place, and I have seen this on a lot of different, TikToks and Instagrams as I've been looking for things to do in Dubai. Next up on the list, someone recommended golfing, and to be honest, I am not that I'm not a fan of golfing. I just never really have done it since I was a lot younger. I did research, and Dubai has some premier golfing ranges or courses, as well as clubs and country clubs, and even Top Golf. The only thing, of course, is people who golf. A lot of you probably golf. I haven't in a while, and I never had to pay for it because I always went with my grandfather when I was younger. It's really expensive. I didn't know how expensive. Even Top Golf, the driving range, is expensive, and I thought it would be a little more wallet friendly. But when I worked it out, it was actually pretty expensive. I couldn't even get pricing down exactly because it's like you pay for the booth and you get up to so many people, but it looks like it would be something fun, and I haven't taken it off the list, but I need to do more research. It's just very expensive, and you pay by the hour after you book the actual place, and I think by person, so you get charged like multiple different ways, and then all the food is kind of expensive, and again I can't book or look past right now, so I'm thinking they do also close in the heat of the summer. Anyway, from the heat to the cold, skiing in Dubai is done actually all year round, courtesy of Ski Dubai, which is actually located in the Mall of the Emirates, the second largest mall in Dubai, and it's pretty cool. It's something that I think I'm gonna at least go and see, even if we don't do anything in there. They offer, of course, the slopes. You got penguin encounters, which is probably what I would be interested in the most, to be honest. I like to. Well, I haven't skied in a long time, but sledding and stuff that'd be fun to do. But as far as taking up too much of the day and thinking I have to utilize the ticket, anyway, to see the penguins, it's about $62, $63. I would book a more expensive ticket that has the park and the sledding included, but then I would feel like I have to stay in there all day, and basically, we are trying to utilize as much time as possible to see as many things. So anyway, you can even watch a movie there, which is pretty crazy to me. They have a couple of dining options, and while I was researching the dining options, I stumbled across if you're there on a Tuesday or Thursday morning, you can actually do what they're calling like breakfast with the penguins, which is pretty cool. You get to pick then one breakfast item and one drink item on the like cafe style breakfast area, and it's pretty cheap considering you get 30-minute walk with the penguins instead of a 40-minute like interactive, but you still get to be kind of hands on and right next to them. So as you can see, it's a little bit cheaper, and it's about $48, which we're not going to be able to utilize this, but I would totally hit that up if that was the case, because it's just in the morning and you get to do the penguins and see everything, which I thought was pretty cool. Uh, anyway, as you can see, it's only Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 a.m. So like early in the morning. 20 to 30-minute walk with the penguins inside Ski Dubai. Choice of a breakfast item, and you also get a free locker and a beverage. But that's something to think about if you're planning on doing it. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. We're gonna definitely go to the malls and we're gonna see everything, and we'll think about this is on the list. It's not for sure, but we at least want to look and put. Here's the video actually. I like watching the marketing videos. Oh, that was me adjusting the volume. You won't hear any of the audio, of course, because it's copyrighted stuff. But this kind of gives you the gist. It's pretty cool, even just to walk in and see all that. I think it's more tailored for kids or young adults or kids at heart kind of people. But it can take. There's the Zorbs, which I actually want to do that one day. I don't know if I want to do it there though. But there's an adult having fun. He's a spokes guy, so he's of course gonna have fun. But I don't know. Wow. I don't know about that. That kind of looks like that would give me a headache. But it looks fun. There's the penguins. It's something that I'm definitely gonna look more into. It's not off the list or anything, but it's not like I'm definitely gonna book it early. I don't think you would have to book this early, especially in the winter. It looks like less people think about it because it's cooler and a lot more other things are open. So I think the summer is actually when this place thrives because it's all indoors. So all year long there's snow in there, which that's amazing in itself. And it's right attached to the Mall of the Emirates, which right after this segment I'm going to kind of do some aerial shots of the malls and different places and places I found, because this is pretty much everything people suggested for me to do. So then I'm going to do like an aerial coming up here. But anyway, it's definitely going to be worth checking out whether or not we actually buy tickets to anything. And if we do, it most likely would be with the penguins because they have a few time frames. Every day you can do that. They can't guarantee that all the penguins will be there and be available and stuff. But anyway, there's a mall section, sorry. So there's Ski Dubai right with the Mall of the Emirates there. It's a pretty big mall, but it takes up that whole lower left-hand corner. But here I am. I went to Google Earth real quick to kind of do something. This is some of the aerial shots. There's, of course, the Dubai Miracle Garden from satellites. Crazy, though. Look at how massive that is. I don't know if you can see, but just picture the little road there, that roundabout. That's a massive roundabout. And then the actual size, it's huge, and it's surrounded by different things to do and eat. This, of course, here, this is the Expo City. This is something I found, and it's coming up later on in this video. I definitely want to go here. It's pretty cool. It is free to get in. You just pay for some of the exhibits, and you can buy an all-day exhibit pass. It's kind of like, I would say Epcot as well. If you've ever been to Epcot, it's just on a grand scale. But you might recognize some of these aerial shots of the structures. I've seen them on Instagram and different people's TikToks and videos. But I'm looking forward to Expo City. It's kind of like their estimation of like what a future city may look like or entail. Technology and green stuff, people even live there. Believe it or not, besides the camels, there's also a Dubai safari park. And this right now is actually closed as well, but it opens up in time for our visit. So it'll open back up in October. That's coming up in the video too. Here is what's known as Global Village in Dubai, and this is also seasonal. Right now it is closed. They open back up in October as well. And it's kind of like Epcot also. It just has a lot of different nations and food, and I just like how everything's so symmetrical in Dubai. If you look at everything, there's just like, I don't know, beautiful utilization of space. And I think because they had a clean canvas with just the desert, they just were able to just kind of do whatever they want. Here's, of course, the Dubai frame, which I didn't really include that in this video, but we're definitely doing that because it's like you pass it a few times when if it's right by the airport, and we're definitely going to do that. Right now, my video is not moving. I don't know if. Oh, sorry, that was me. Okay. And there is Sheikh Zayed. He was the first and founding president, I guess, of the UAE. This is actually the Museum of the Future. I didn't include that in this video, but it's real close to our Airbnb, as well as the Burj Khalifa and the largest mall in the world and in Dubai, the Dubai Mall. Here's a look of the palms. That's where the pool coming up, I found that the Aura pool is somewhere right in there. But as you zoom in here, this is where, of course, the palm and Uh, there's the main water park for Atlantis. That's where Beyonce sang at the Royal Palm. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you ever saw that, that's where she opened that, and that was leaked. It wasn't supposed to be leaked. But there's a lot to do here. I don't even think we're gonna make it to all these things. To be honest, we might just take the tram there or the monorail around, walk around a little bit. But here's the pool I was talking about. That's kind of right at the entry to the Palm. It's the Aura Pool, I guess is how you would say that. But it's renowned, and you may have seen it on a lot of Instagrammers like to go here and take some, profile pics, and I think pretend like they're staying there. But it is available for a day pass. There is a hotel and everything there too. Um, but of course, you can just go there for the afternoon, the morning, or the evening. It is also, I can't book way out and when I'm going to be there as well, but it offers 360 views, which is amazing. And the prices aren't that bad from what I saw. It's about $75 for the time frame I would want to go there per person. But look at the views. I mean, you get the view of the Palm, the skyline. It's crazy to me. It's beautiful. There's the Burj Al Arab. I definitely have that on my list too. They have different foods and different things, and it's a la carte and kind of expensive. I think no, the pricing is in dirhams, so the AED currency. Uh, so you kind of need to picture this being divided by three or almost three, like 2.8 or something like that, and you would get the U.S. pricing there. But it's kind of expensive if you think about it. If you're they're kind of it looks like a smaller plate kind of place. And if you want larger things, it's going to cost a little more. But I'm definitely interested in this just for the picture alone, and maybe to relax for just an afternoon. We don't have many afternoons though, so that's the thing is I got to really think and plan everything out. Do we want to spend the whole afternoon here? But I don't know. The pricing seems fair to me for what you get. You don't get any food or anything included in the price, but you get to pick a spot. You get one towel each, and you get that time frame. I think it was about 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., so about 4 hours. But just for a few photos and videos, like look at that. Wow, that's amazing to me. But yeah, see, I can't book in December, so that's just something to think about if you're trying to pre-book everything. A lot of things you can't book till you get a little closer to the date because they're closed, maybe right now. But here's a closer look at the Expo city, Dubai Expo City. And there's that amazing structure, beautiful. You can see it from space, as you saw earlier. But it's the human-centric city of the future. Again, it's free to get in and just walk the grounds. It's just certain exhibits and buildings you do have to pay. They do have a all exhibit pass, which isn't a bad price. It should be, if I remember, about $33 for all the exhibits. Or if you want to do them a la carte, two of them are actually free and you can go in. But the a la carte ones, it's about 14 bucks each for the other ones if you don't want to do all of them. They offer food in different restaurants, and sustainable technology also is throughout. So I'm definitely going to do this because it's of course free to get in, and if you don't want to do anything, you can just walk around and then go eat and then leave. But here's the kind of the pricing there, and that's about roughly I would say $33 when I converted it. And then the a la carte pricing of the exhibits is about $14. So not a bad deal, especially considering a lot of the other things we saw today have been significantly higher. This is something you can do for almost free or free if you choose not to partake in the paid exhibits. But this is definitely, as I said, on the list. So I am gonna block this in. This is something too I don't think I feel I need to reserve early. I have a feeling that this will be, available throughout. So here is Global Village Dubai. And I'm just lingering here. Okay. uh, so again, I couldn't really book it now because it is closed right now because a lot of it is outside. It's kind of like a fair or like a state fair. It looks like it gives that vibe, but it has fireworks every night. You can register right now too to receive news for when the tickets go on sale, because they don't have an actual date, but sometime in October they're going to be they're going to open. So I'm sure maybe September they may open up for tickets. But as you can see, they have a lot of things to do: shows and events, pavilions, dining, like a carnival. Ripley's, believe it or not. There's fireworks every night they're open. Hey, we're the Wanderers. Meet the Wanderers. We're the Wanderers with the Wanderers. But it's a global village, and it's just a bunch of different cultures. They have cool restaurants and themed restaurants and areas. Again, kind of like Epcot. It's just done on a bigger scale. It looked very interesting. There's a video coming up of how it looks, and I'm definitely going to include this, I would think, because we could do this at night after we've done the expo and all that other stuff. Head on over here, experience the fireworks, and so season 28 will be available later this year. I don't know how long their seasons are, but if it's 28 years, that's amazing. But here's the video coming up of the actual the vibe that it's going to be, and it looks very interesting and something I'm definitely going to do. I'm pretty sure. It's just like street vendors, and it's just amazing looking. This was a clip of last year's opening, by the way. It's kind of like like a state fair, but like a world fair. That might be a good way to put it. 27 pavilions and over 3,500 shopping outlets. Like, that's crazy. But I think a lot of them are real small, which are nice. So hopefully it's not massive to walk around, but it looked big, on satellite. Guests are treated to 200 nightly performances featuring famous characters. I like how they built the different areas to look like the countries too. It's just crazy. It looks like a fun time all around, and of course the carnival games. And being at night with the lights and the fireworks, that's going to be amazing. You can kind of see what most people dress in there, and it's pretty modest. So that's coming up in one of my future videos, like the kind of rules about what to wear in public. But anyway, I definitely think we're going to do this, and we may not do all the rides, of course, but just to get in, experience it, get the different samples of food. It's going to be fun. And look at that. Yeah, of course, to take pictures and video. The shows are going to look at that. Come on. Cool. So here's the Dubai Safari Park. It is closed right now because it is really hot and it's mostly outside. They have different. Here's their video, by the way. So let's take a quick glimpse of this. They have different levels, of course, that you can buy to get in. The basic package is not bad. I think you have to pay up to utilize this service, though. This is like an electric tram that would take you from the different villages. You can also walk, but depending on how tired you are and how hot it is outside, it sounds pretty good. But it's a real, wildlife conservatory, safari park. It's crazy. Real family-friendly vibe. I think we might do this too. The price for the basic kind of thing, and actually the price for the more upgraded ticket wasn't bad. They have a real VIP package, but it's for 10 people and it's really expensive, so that's something we wouldn't be doing. But the prices and stuff are coming up, and I'll talk more about that. Look at that elephant. It kind of reminds me of cruises when you get off in port, too, with certain ports. Just, culture right in your face. Anyone else think of Lion King music when they saw the lion? Nice! Wow. Wow. Hopefully that happens when we take the tour. They do have also different options that where you can feed certain animals. I know I saw rhino and giraffes. It's just based on your ticket and what you want to do. So it is the end of the season, like you see here. So they're not open right now, and that's probably for the best because it's really hot there right now. If you want to search it in the summer months, but you can do a rhino feeding, like I said earlier. I didn't realize here you had to click the little dots. I thought it would play. Bird feeding, which I don't know what that is. It's like a toucan on steroids. Safari journey, which it wasn't closed if you saw in the video, so you don't. And then you get to feed the giraffes. So I think those are like add-ons, and some of the tickets include those things. But they do still have pricing available, and I have a feeling the pricing might change as we get into the next season, sometime in October. But this is what the pricing was this year, or this time it was open. And roughly for like the basic pass, I think it was about $30, if I'm not mistaken. But these are all the different options and different things you can get in. It basically just includes more transportation and ways to get around. But here we go. So this is the basic. Or no, this is actually not the basic. This is actually like the most upgraded non-VIP. So that's not bad. 110. So let's do 2 here. Let's see the prices. So 110. So yeah, $30 for actually the best basic ticket. So that includes, so you don't have to walk as much between the actual segments in the park. Like I said, if you have a large party, they do have more VIP tickets available. The cheapest ticket is actually about $14 if you don't want any transportation. Not bad. This is mainly what I want to do so far is it's okay. So at the Burj Al Arab, you can, we can't afford to stay there because it is a 7-star hotel, the world's only 7-star hotel. But you can book these like quick tour and slash dining, lunch or dinner, or drink packages, or spa packages. They have a few. But the basic tour itself, so just to go and watch the tour, is only about $60 when I exchanged it. So you get about, I think it was a night, was it 90 minutes, I think? Yeah, 60 to 90 minutes guided tour. And you get to go into like their most prestigious suite, which is nice. So let's see. Yep. So about $68. So that alone sounds pretty good. But of course, that's not enough for me. I'm going to look into also like the dining options and stuff. So here is the tour plus a golden drink in the observatory where you can also take pictures. You can do just regular drinks, or golden drinks is a little bit higher. And I would probably do the golden. There's another option, of course. So this would be about $109 roughly. Based on my thing. This was for a family, so 2 adults and up to 2 kids. I mean, look at that gold. I mean, that you would have to get that just to get the photo. I don't know. So it actually has real gold on it. But I would probably do the cappuccino one, or the golden drink option instead of the drink option. So there's 2 options, and they both include the observatory deck to take pictures. So if you went down here, I did the tour and observation lounge in the middle, but this one is the actual golden experience tour. And this is a little bit more, I want to say, or it's the $3.99 because it's gold. But you have a few other golden drinks to pick from, not just coffee. But I don't think they include alcohol. If you want alcohol, you'd have to pay more. I could be wrong. That one probably does have alcohol because it's a martini. But when I saw this one here, the colada, it did not have alcohol in the fine print. And neither did the golden frappuccino, but you can add some. I don't know. I would have to get one of these definitely for the photo, and it's just enjoy the view up there. And roughly this is the same. So this is about $109 per person, which to me isn't bad. I mean, when I don't think I'll ever be able to stay in the Burj Al Arab, but anyway, here's the dining tour, and you can pick from two different dining venues and then two different dining times. So you get of course your tour of the rooms and stuff, and then you can do a lunch or you can do a dinner. But you can either do it in the two-course lunch dining room, or you can do it in the buffet restaurant. And I'm not going to pronounce them, but there's lunch at the San Edar. I'm not going to pronounce them correctly, or the buffet experience at the Al Iwan, I'll say. And this is going to be a little more pricey. So for the lunch and dinner, it's going to be in the two-course, it's going to be $163 when I translated it. And then for the buffet, it's even a little more. It's $190. But they have seafood. You know, it sounds like a pretty good buffet. I mean, 7-star hotel food has got to be the best, right? So here we go. So it's $190 for the buffet option, lunch or dinner. And then for the two-course, sit down, you know, they bring you everything, and you have, you know, it's more fancy, I would imagine. Or the services, it's a little bit cheaper, $163. So I'm not sure which one of these we're gonna do. I'm kind of leaning towards this coffee now, to save a little bit, because I don't want to really. I would feel like I would have to eat too much at the buffet, and then I don't want to walk around, full like that in Dubai. And I would probably opt for the lunch time frame. They also have a spa package, and they have a few other packages, of course, but we don't want to do sunset because, we would want to linger too long. This sounds luxurious. It sounds relaxing, but it also sounds expensive. I mean, as you can see, 90-minute treatment. There's a 90-minute tour and a 90-minute basically spa service. When I converted this, I say translate, but when I converted this was about $409. So it's pretty pricey per person. But I mean, if you have the money and you want to relax, I think that would be the place to do it if you can't stay there. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to this for sure. I want to do this in some capacity, whether it's just the golden drink and tour, or the tour and the dining, which I might do the dining too, but maybe the two-course. You save a little bit, so 160 something per person. Or just the coffee or the golden drink, it's going to be about $60 per person. So we do end up paying a lot more to eat, but it might be worth it. I don't know. And this, of course, you can, as I was looking, you can book this far in advance. So this is something you can plan for. You can budget for now, and you can, use the money now and not have to wait to pay or think about it. You can get it off your mind. What's cool about this is they have a location right outside. You can't just show up to the Burj Al Arab Hotel like a lot of other hotels. They have a gate. There's guards, so you have to have a reason to go there. You have to be a guest, or you have to be in an excursion, kind of like this. And this is given by the actual Burj Al Arab. There's a location just off of it. It's kind of off the mainland of Dubai by its own little island, and you gotta go over a bridge. But you just show up there, and here's all the add-ons. Of course, you can add more stuff when you're buying your stuff. You show up there, and then they bus you from the location there outside of it, right onto the property grounds and stuff. You are given some time, I think, to explore the grounds outside. Also, there's also different vendors that sell the same tour that will pick you up from your hotel. You just need to kind of search for those vendors online. But here's a quick video of someone else's brief. I kind of edited it down a little bit, but it's her kind of giving you the rundown of what you'll get. So there's like the main lobby, and she's saying the fountain, but she also says look up, and that she said you'll see the 4 colors of the 4 elements throughout the hotel, which I didn't realize that, but it's pretty cool. Here's the example of the main or the biggest suite you can get, and you get your own butler. Looks like the doors open by themselves, but look at that. Wow, that's the only way I would be able to do it, is to take a tour of it. There's no way I could afford to stay there. Maybe they'll invite me. I kind of skipped around because I didn't want to include the whole thing. But here's like the queen's quarters, basically. So men and women get their own suite. It's up to you if you want to share it or sleep separately, but it's traditional. I remember back in the day, the kings and queens had their own chambers and stuff. Wow, look at that. There's the buffering, of course. So this is an example of the 2-course, but it's immersive. Look, it's I don't know, I might opt for that. That's pretty cool. You can do the buffet. She didn't show that, but there's a lot of technology and different things available, and I cut her off there badly in my screen grab. But it was a pretty quick glimpse of what the tour kind of entails. Anyway, this is definitely on my list, and I'm gonna do the Burj Al Arab for sure, as well as a few other things that I mentioned earlier, like definitely Expo City, the Global Village, maybe the Animal Safari, maybe the camels. We just got to think about that because it's so long. It's a 7-hour excursion. That's a big part of the day gone, but it may be worth it. I mean, anyway, thank you so much for watching. There's a quick little view of Sheikh Zayed. So what would you do in Dubai? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Pretty sure we're gonna do a few of these. We're gonna try to cram as many as we can, but our, I don't know, adrenaline level, price points, all that stuff matters. And we wanna come back alive. Anyway, thank you again for watching. And yeah, let me know what you would do out of all these options. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you can, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to see more. Bye.